It was good to catch up with the Weather Fans team on Michael's live weather update and outlook as regards the potential of some storms. So stay tuned, because there are some heavy, beefy thunderstorms with hail and lightning making their way across the country over the next few days. Yes, and as we discussed, it was very much a case of pinning our colours to the mast for Thursday. Depending on how intense and where they are located, these thunderstorms on Thursday will obviously have an effect for any secondary or tertiary storms. Now, originally about a week ago, it was looking like Thursday could be the primary day for some good activity for the majority of the United Kingdom and Ireland. But now, today is the 11th, and it's 8 o'clock in the morning, 7:30. It looks like it could be Friday that you're going to get the best sort of effect of the thunderstorms in relation to the amount of lightning we're going to see, and the hail. There's definitely going to be some hail in there and some gusty winds knocking about. Now, 24 hours ago, it was a little bit further west. Storm Chaser Paul just messaged the Weather Fans chat team this morning saying it looks like it shifted slightly east, which is great for you guys on the east coast, the southeast coast especially, where potentially you could see some very beefy, very pretty looking cloud formations with hail, plenty of thunder and higher temperatures. Now, for today, up here in the northwest, we're looking at about 26 degrees. That sort of goes about 24 in the Midlands and goes about 26 down to London, where that warm air, that plume of warm air has come up from Iberia, which is interacting with a low pressure and everything else, and that's what we're basically getting these thunderstorms, this breakdown, because the humidity is quite high as well. And at last, we have actually got that plume of Iberian warmth that is coming up, but by Saturday things do start to get fresher. So we're going to whiz to the Met Check website first, the GFS Met Check website first, to have a look of the overview of what the state of play is. And I mentioned about a low pressure, where we're interacting with a low pressure at the moment, and this is exactly true, because over in the Atlantic at the moment we've got this 988 low pressure, where the winds come down from the back of it and scoot off to the right hand side anti-clockwise. That's making its way into the United Kingdom ever so slightly, but it's interacting with the high pressure, and because of these winds that are bowing down by this low pressure 1007, it sort of helps drag the winds up into the United Kingdom. So you've got high pressure where you've got the winds going in a clockwise direction. You've got this low pressure where the winds are going in an anti-clockwise direction. You've got cyclonic, anti-cyclonic weather systems, I've mentioned this before, which is introducing this warm air into the country. And because of the instability of the low pressure that's wanted to bring itself closer into the country, that is what's going to obviously increase the humidity and increase the chance of thunderstorms. But it is very much of a nowcast day, as Weather Liz would say, where you've got to decide what's going to go on the particular day. It's difficult to do any sort of warnings or predictions in advance in this circumstance. I know some channels have already started putting warnings out or advisories out as way back as going into Monday. I've left it as late as possible, only because I'm really busy tomorrow. It's about tomorrow lunchtime where I may not be able to go out and chase. So as you can see, the state of play, we've got this low pressure and high pressure in place. 1022 sat straight across the Europe, and then it shifts itself into the North Sea. The centre point of it does, as this low pressure squeezes its way into the country, which is introducing this band of rain across in from Ireland and Wales. Now, this is Thursday now at midday. Now, what we're looking at, initially, I think Ireland are going to get the brunt of the rain first when it's bringing itself in, and the south of the country, we're talking Devon and Cornwall into Wales, as it squeezes its way up north, say following the Irish Sea pattern. Ireland could definitely get some thunderstorms today, without a shadow of a doubt. Anywhere in Ireland, maybe most of the Republic of Ireland, they could migrate into Northern Ireland, which would be quite neat, and then working their way across. So the focus of attention for thunderstorms today is obviously in that area, maybe in the south of the country into Wales, as these showers come through. We'll have a look at the Met Office rain radar shortly to find out exactly where these hotspots are most likely to be. That system moves its way through as the low pressure bows itself down into the Bay of Biscay. High pressure goes right off Norway into the Norwegian area. And you can see that warm air now goes off into the far east of the country. This is now Saturday the 14th of July. So as I was saying, that primarily the heat is in the northwest Midlands, going down then towards London area, but that's for Thursday. Friday, I think you're looking in the southwest area, you could potentially see temperatures of about 29 or 30 degrees. I'm not sure if a record could be broken just yet. Weather Michael is very good at keeping tabs on records and things like that, so obviously make sure you keep up to date with us on the Weather Fans page on Facebook. So I'm not going to go any further than that really at the moment. We'll go straight over to the UK radar, rain radar. We've set it for 6 o'clock today, Wednesday the 11th of June, and as I've mentioned before, you can now see that we've got these rain bands across the Southern Island and maybe going into Devon and Cornwall. So if we just jog along by a little bit like this, moving it across, yeah, as I said, it was funneling itself up. You've got that's now going off into late into Wednesday, so you've got these potential pockets where you could get some thunderstorms in Ireland. And yeah, I know it's quite late, but it is, you've got the warmth, and it is that time of year where it's quite later on in the year for the thunderstorms to occur later on in the evening. Yeah, Devon and Cornwall down here, you've got a chance of some late night thunderstorms, if not heavy beefy showers bringing themselves through. Now you can see there's a lot more deeper oranges that are occurring here now, and maybe a red hot spot there. That's in the morning, about midnight. So we're going to quickly zoom to about 3 o'clock in the morning. We can see that these rain showers are all bringing themselves across here. Now, any of these potentially could be a thunderstorm. I can't say not. At that time of the year where you could get that, you wouldn't get this at the beginning or later on in the year because you wouldn't have the heat. But we have got the heat. Oh, there we go. Nice little hot spot erupting at 4 o'clock in the morning in the Celtic Sea, south of Ireland. So that's one to watch. We've also got now something appearing just off the north coast of France, making its way into the English Channel. This one here seems to want to stay around and have a little bit of play a bit longer, but it'd be interesting to see how it reacts when it gets towards the coast first thing in the morning. Right, yeah, so you've got a nice little line there. Watch out for that. 6 o'clock in the morning, Wexford, Cork, Cove, yeah, that sort of area, if I'm right. You could have a nice line, a nice feature coming in off the coast. That's probably to do with the interaction of the temperature of the sea and the land that creates that feature. As soon as it comes in, it could just simply turn itself into rain and break up. But as it's approaching, you could get yourself some nice cloud features on that one. I'd definitely be getting myself up in the morning to be able to see that if I was living in that neck of woods. A couple more hot spots that are following it there. Now let's focus down here at Exeter and Plymouth Way towards the Isle of Wight. You've got some heavy showers that are bringing themselves in. There's not too many hot spots that are forming on the land. But then, yeah, Plymouth, you've got it sort of maybe a bit more organised going off towards Ireland. So this is now 10 o'clock in the morning, 11 o'clock in the morning. So it is game on for them, that region, tomorrow morning up until lunchtime. Them showers migrate further north by about 2 o'clock. We start to see some rain occurring in the northwest as this whole bulk of rain decides to make itself a little bit more northern. So I'm looking about 3 o'clock for me. You've got a nice hot spot here, nice line actually, coming out of Birmingham, Stoke-on-Trent, Wrexham. So 3 o'clock, good point of reference in time. 3 o'clock tomorrow. Keep an eye on that. I think you'll get some lightning out of that, and you're looking about 30mm an hour, which is heavy rain. Flash flooding, perhaps, maybe some flash flooding out of that one. Aberystwyth just east of. You've got a bit of a hot spot there as well to keep an eye on that one. That might develop. And also at a similar time at 3 o'clock tomorrow, Winchester and over Salisbury Chichester, you've got some hot spots there as well, so I would not be surprised if there's some flashes of lightning there. And you can see they're all embedded in this whole rain system here as well. So the motion will keep going, and they probably communicate with each other and probably share energy with each other when you get features like this. Yep, call me crazy if you want, but I've been doing this long enough to know that when they are embedded in a whole rain system, it becomes like a family of thunderstorms that work their way through, and I do believe that they share energy. So this one might kick off first, you get a couple of bits here, this then calms down, then these kick off. So it does happen, I've seen it so many times, so that'll be a nice feature for you to watch. Let's quickly move a little bit further out, and we're going to scoot to about 4-5 o'clock. So we've got some hot spots now around the Midlands. Banbury, you've got some there. Swansea, keeping out on Swansea. You've got some through Wales, going into Conway, and Langwathby. No, that's in Cumbria. Not Langwathby, Llandudno. That area there. And then we've obviously got some that are going to migrate through Cheshire, Merseyside, and into Lancashire. On the live yesterday, people were asking, is it going to go up into the northeast? Sometimes when it hits the Pennines, it completely breaks it down, and you end up with liquid lightning, which it does there. It goes off into Cumbria and breaks itself up. But we've still got some potential for the northwest tomorrow for me. Morecambe Bay into Barrow, South Lakes, and there's a bit of a wiggle going on, which sort of a Wigan way. Starting from, let's say, Warrington, Wigan, Ormskirk, Southport, and on the coast there of Blackpool. Interesting to see that moves itself through, yeah. And then south of Preston, the Ribble Valley, which is always raining in the Ribble Valley, isn't it? Bless you. And you've got plenty of hot spots going on. As you can see, this is still going on late into the evening. We've got 8 o'clock going on here. These hot spots are working their way through. But, as I've said before, it's the Pennine area a bit later on in the day, because it takes time for them to get up. They all sort of start, majority of them start in the south of the country, work their way north, and when it gets later on in the day, you lose the sun, you lose the intensity, you lose the energy. You normally, for the northeast, you want the storms to directly come up north through Nottingham, Darlington, Newcastle. That's when you've got a better chance. But because of the prevailing winds, and we have the Atlantic, quite often we just get them bumping into the Pennines, and then they tend to not do very much. Let's just go back a bit just to see what the state of play is for Ireland. We're going to go back to about 3 o'clock tomorrow. So you can see, I mean, it's anyone's guess. There's a few hot spots that are moving through there on the east coast of Ireland, going to Northern Ireland, as it's working its way into Scotland and into the sea above. But we'll keep an eye out. Cumnock, Ayrshire, this is 8 o'clock tomorrow. Glasgow, I think you might just end up with rain, to be honest with you, Glasgow. But, I don't know, look at that, 10 o'clock. Bit of a hot spot there. Intensity, probably just going to be rain. But if you're lucky enough, I hope you are, that you might see some flashy boom boom. A terminology by Storm Chaser Paul, thank you very much. So we're going to focus back down where we started on Thursday, because this will be an interesting area to watch as well. This is Friday morning at 1 o'clock, where them potential storms in the Celtic Sea working their way through Ireland, stretching rain into Wales, but they then dissipate. And then one thing you'll notice is that the heat will be moving further east across the United Kingdom. So we're just going to jump now to 7 o'clock Friday, 10 o'clock Friday. Right, so it's not very high resolution at the moment because it's a little bit further out than necessary. But Saturday morning, if you're in sort of that area, you can see the United Kingdom now, can't you? Southampton, Swindon, Birmingham, Lincoln, Newcastle, yeah? This is all yours. This is all yours to play for. It's a little early to start calling out shots at the moment, but there you can see where the hot spots are. This is Saturday early hours. You could be woken up, Lincoln, with some rumbles of thunder. Definitely for London with the heating that's going to go on there. And then by early hours it kind of dissipates. That's where that heat transitions, and you've got that humidity. So basically, I'll quickly show you. you've got a lot of humidity here because this low pressure system is wiggling its way further in, so it's pushing it further in, and you've got the heat here. So this is like the frontier where all the activity is going to happen. Most of the lightning will be happening along this edge here, the eastern edge. As you can see, the hot spots are here. That's where you tend to get the lightning on the leading edge of direction of travel, and it's all within this system here. Obviously there'll be a better high resolution that will come up as time goes on to understand there. Maybe some isolated thunderstorms scraggling across the south of the Republic of Ireland, our beautiful cousins over there. The Netherlands, you've probably got something that's going to be cracking off for you there, and obviously northern France as well. The Netherlands do get some beefy, heavy thunderstorms as it brings them, as the heat travels across, and you've got the English Channel here. You do tend to find that the Netherlands becomes a bit of a hotspot for waterspouts and tornadoes. Now, I've been asked, and there is talk about potential tornado activity. Where could it be? Well, you don't know with tornadoes. They make their mind up. They're like teenagers. One day they're all right, one day they're not. They just go all over the show, especially in this country anyway. If I had to put my neck out, you're gonna get some war clouds. You're gonna, where the clouds hanging down low, because some of these storms are quite high up. You might get some funnels. I won't be surprised if you get some funnels in these tightly wrapped hot spots. Maybe look in this area here as this moves across. So let's say Friday into Saturday, this area round about here, you might get something. But again, I really don't know. As usual, I'm not a qualified professional, just experienced with what I do. I'm so used to the terrain of my area, and it's basically anyone's guess as regards tornadic activity. But there's definitely going to be some hail in there, flash flooding, very heavy rain, and a decent amount of thunderstorms that will be kicking off. Quite lively ones at times, looking at what we've got here right now. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this video. Please join us on the Weather Fans Facebook page. We did a live last night. That's on the YouTube channel. Michael looks after that. He does a fantastic job where we all jump on. Well, me not so often, but now and again when something exciting's happening, then he does his live, so I can't promote him enough. Please join us on there. I'll put all the links in the description area down below. If you know more than me, then by all means join in the discussion down below. Have you had thunderstorms this year already? Are you desperate for a good thunderstorm? Do you like thunderstorms? Let's get a discussion going in the comment section area down below, and obviously you can join us on the Weather Fans. I will be going out chasing. Like I said, I'm proper busy gardening up until about 1 o'clock tomorrow, and then I've got to empty my car, give it a quick clean and get myself ready for any action. Bit of work on Friday morning, so I'm hoping I'm free for most of the weekend, and I'm willing to travel. To get out of Lancashire, providing the motorways play me good. Love to you all. Keep safe, keep dry, enjoy the weather, don't put yourself in a pickle, and we'll see you hopefully very soon with some content at last.